This is the Harbor Freight solar install. And so what I did was I've got all the 4 panels right here. And those 4 wires off of that go into this box here, this junction box. And then I've got power running down this piece of EMT. It's just a piece of 12-2 UF direct burial wire. It runs underground and then it comes up inside that cabin. And so what you do is you establish which one is positive and negative from your wires coming off the solar panel. And then you put your positive to, say, your black wire on your UF and your negative to your white wire on your direct burial UF wire. You hook it up, and then I'll take you inside and show you the rest of it. But basically you can extend it to however far you want to, but the bigger the gauge wire, the less resistance, the less voltage drop, and the more power that you'll actually get. Now let me take you inside and show you the rest of it. So there's the solar panels. Like I said, the wire runs underground, comes into the cabin, and that right there is the battery box. But it goes underneath there, and then it comes up into the floor here, into this junction box. Remember, I said the black was the positive and the white was the negative. So you tie on a new piece of wire, splice it together, bring it up to your charge controller. You hit this right here, which is the solar panels. And that's where your feed comes from, your solar panels. And then you've got another wire that comes out and goes down and it goes into that battery box on the outside. And this is what brings the power from the panels, regulates it, and then sends it out to the battery bank. And then I've got this thick wire here. It's a really heavy gauge. It's a 6 gauge wire that comes from the battery bank into here, and it comes into this disconnect, and then from the disconnect to our inverter. Now I've also got a wire coming off the battery bank right here, this yellow one, and this ties into what used to be, this used to be wired up for AC voltage, and so I just repurposed the switches, and this switch works that. And I got one of these right here at Walmart. Tap that on right there, and then this switch right here runs the outdoor floodlights, and those are 12-volt DC floodlights, so you don't lose energy converting them from DC to AC, then AC back to DC, because you know LED lights are DC voltage. So that's the basics of it. Like I said, it comes in here to the charge controller, from the panels to the charge controller to the battery bank, and then from the battery bank from here into this disconnect, and then from the disconnect to the inverter, to the TVs. And then, like I said, I've got that extra wire coming off the battery bank. It comes over here, it hits this, which is our floodlights, and it hits this, which is our interior LED strips. And I just used the existing wire that was already ran for AC voltage, and I just used the white wire as a negative and then break the positive at the switch. And then I got one of these, and like I said, I tied it in inside the switch there as well. So you can extend the wire as far as you want to go from the solar panels, but the greater the distance, you need to upsize your wire to fight resistance, so you'll get more of your energy. I've got 12 gauge because that's what I had extra, because I'm an electrician and I got it off of a job for free. And that's just what I use, but ideally, if I could have, I would have used a 6 gauge wire. And then there's our battery bank. And that's all there is to it.